Let's see. Kate and mom car ride photo, fake the Mother's Day photo, fake Kate and William in a car leaving Windsor Castle photo, fake Kate and William at farmer's market video, fake Kate cancer video, suspected AI. After witnessing all the attempts the palace and the British media made to deceive the public about Kate Middleton's whereabouts, can you really blame people for suspecting the most recent video to be AI generated and fake as well? To say Kensington Palace, KP, has completely lost control of the narrative throughout this whole debacle they created is an understatement. And it's been quite interesting to watch the PR arm of the royal family, British media, helping them to create an even bigger kerfuffle. It has been a series of outright lies and manipulations from the palace, actions that have discredited Kensington Palace and have eroded public trust. However, Kensington Palace may be breathing a small sigh of relief after putting out that cancer video. Some may argue this relief may prove to be woefully short, as it only temporarily stopped the bleeding and eased some of the pressure, because come June and beyond, should they still fail to produce Kate in the flesh, how will they spin her disappearance then? It's suspected there could be multiple PR teams between the palace and the Middleton camp, which may have often caused confusion in KP's messaging. For example, William seems to throw Kate under the bus for the Photoshopped Mother's Day photo. Conversely, after watching the cancer video, people can't help but wonder what kind of husband would do that to his sick wife. The Middleton camp sure got their lick back. No question public pressure played a role in the palace Middleton's latest response with the purported AI cancer video. However, by the Middletons literally playing the cancer card, the palace inadvertently recouped a bit of control of the narrative and essentially now holding the handle, and Middletons are left holding the blade. Kate, once dubbed savior of the monarchy, has now become its biggest problem, especially in these last few months, where she allegedly refused to cooperate with the palace in not wanting to work anymore. And the palace's inability to fix this crisis behind the scenes, while unable to account for her absence, are arguably the catalysts for all this upheaval. She claims to have cancer and is doing fine while having preventative chemotherapy. And while people empathize with Kate's diagnosis, she now has to contend with people asking, how does that stop her from doing even lightest of royal duties? As they point to the late Queen Elizabeth II, who at 96 and stricken with cancer, worked up until the very end. Truth is, the cancer card was the Middletons' trump card, and they played themselves right into the hands of Prince William and KP when they agreed to put it out together. And while both camps benefit, debatably, William and KP got an edge as they now regained a bit of control of Kate and the Middleton clan. In these last few weeks, Kate and the Middletons' actions have exposed the British monarchy's vulnerabilities more than ever before, showing its weak underbelly for all the world to see. So the Middletons may be well advised to tread carefully here, because the monarchy is not known to respond kindly to threats and have a way of making their problem go away. For now, things may appear a bit calmer on royal waters, but make no mistake, the issue persists, Kate and her continued refusal to work. And while the toxic British media continue to berate the public for demanding accountability for all the lies from Kensington Palace, with this moment of reprieve, the palace has more time to strategize. Some may argue that with cancer on the table, they can play their hand in a number of ways to best benefit the palace. We wish Kate well and advise caution, because come this June or thereabouts, expect more high tides and rough waves on these royal waters, as many might find themselves still asking, "Where's Kate?" and or wondering if Kate Middleton may have walked herself right into a trap in overplaying her hand with this cancer announcement, a trap so secure that hardly no one would question should she, heaven forbid, met her demise, cancer.
Nope. There is no world in which a public figure whose entire job is to be the public face of an entire country, whose life is partly funded by the public of that entire country, would ever have a cancer diagnosis in private. That's not real. That's why we know about King Charles's. Now, obviously, is there something that we can all learn here about not jumping to conclusions and not jumping on bandwagons and keeping our cool a little bit more in the future? Absolutely. So yeah, sure, lesson learned. But there is no world in which Kate Middleton would have just privately dealt with her cancer if we had all shut up. That's not real. But more importantly, we didn't create this debacle, the palace did. And then they threw gas on it over and over again. And most important of all, when it all blew up, the palace threw a woman being treated for cancer under the bus and blamed it all on her. After they originally attributed it to Prince William, by the way. No amount of people taking the bait they fed us and running with it is in any way as egregious as this. This is... And if anything, the gravity of what the truth has ended up being just kind of underlines how, egregious the disarray in the palace's PR arm truly is. I mean, it's this is dehumanizing. This is really dark. Woof. Anyway, with all that said, lesson learned, and obviously truly hope that she's okay, and, wishing her a speedy recovery and a better PR staff in the future.
I'm sure they both are. But do you know what? We've not heard one bean from William. Not one word. He's been asked in public how his wife is doing, both pre and post the announcement. He's not said one word. And in fact, in 2 scenarios, he's walked off, refusing to address the interviewer directly. I just think it's weird. You've got all this press coverage now indicating how close Kate, Catherine and the King are. Conversations in hospital, private dinners. Is this all designed to trap William in this marriage, in a marriage that he doesn't want to be in anymore? That's the first thing that springs to mind for me. Why would the press be continually banging on about how close Kate and the King are when we've heard literally nothing since January? Why is all this news coming out now? Is it to confuse the general public, stabilise the royal family, a mixture of both? Who knows? What do you think? I'm sure they both are.